Welcome to season 1 of the Mindfulness Pilates podcast. I'm Beverley Densham, Pilates teacher of over 22 years. I really look forward to bringing you tips to reduce back pain and feel good, relaxations, positive affirmations and inspiration every week to inspire you in body and mind for more relaxation, stretching, core, back strength and happiness. So thank you so much for coming to this episode of the podcast, and I've got a special guest again today. Hooray. So Julie New, my sister, is back on the podcast. Sometimes she comes along as guest expert and fellow author, and other times she comes along to share different experiences. And today's podcast is all about 2 ways to both prevent and recover from back muscle spasms, which unfortunately is something that she was suffering from very, very badly a week ago. And it just shows you, I'll just let you listen to today's podcast. It's one of the quickest interviews ever, because after doing an hour's Pilates, mindfulness Pilates for Julie today, I was like, oh, have you got a quick 5 minutes? We can talk about what's happened to you and obviously how you are now. And here she is doing a really good session with proper strengthening and proper core stability. It's always proper. What I mean is she's back to much more her normal self and pain-free and stuff. So that is fantastic. So I want to share Julie's journey with this and ways that can help you. And of course, as usual, always a beautiful relaxation and meditation for you, because that really helps too. So enjoy the chat with Julie. Julie is author of 2 amazing books: Who Are the Flowers in Your Garden? The Grief Garden Path, to help people after grief. And that can be the loss of a loved one, a loss of a loved pet, and I'd imagine nearly every circumstance of death and loss that you can come across, and just beautiful tips in that book. And also Julie is also a personal recovery coach, helping people after very stressful times. So anyway, let's get on with the chat with Julie now. I really hope it helps or inspires you in some way. Enjoy. Okay, we're back on the podcast. Just taught mindfulness Pilates, and did a lovely session with my sister and my mum, which we do every week. And just wanted to get Julie back, my sister, back on the podcast to talk about muscle spasms and different ways that you can help with that. So Julie, thanks for roping you in again. So what happened to you with your back and the muscle spasms recently? And
yeah, so I can be very guilty of not doing sort of my exercises regularly, and I hadn't done my 6-minute Pilates for probably a week, and I also hadn't done any other exercise, and I went hell for leather into my body conditioning class, and I wasn't warmed up properly, and my a big muscle in my back went into complete spasm, and I was in absolute agony. So this is last Monday.
Yeah.
So you were one of the first people that I phoned, and you gave me some really good advice, and I then started doing daily sort of exercises, which and also I was on painkillers. I could hardly move. It was just awful. I went to see an osteopath on Friday, and he did some work just releasing the muscle.
Yeah.
But the moral of the story is, yeah, which is what we were just talking about, was that you must. It needs to become a habit. You have to practice, and it's when you're not somebody that naturally does exercise or is. It doesn't sort of get me out of bed in the morning. Yeah. So if you're like that, you still need to do it, because you get to a certain age maybe, or well, anybody really, that you do need to move your body and do things. So yeah, so the moral of the story is you must practice. Otherwise you'll end up.
Yeah. And how are you now? So you did really well in our session today. How are you?
Yeah, no, I'm so much better. And interestingly, the osteopath gave me very, very similar exercises to the ones that are in the in your 6-minute Pilates exercise program. That, you know, it's literally just 6 minutes, everybody. It's not rocket science again.
It's not rocket science again, everyone. Julie's back on the podcast. It's not rocket science, everybody.
No, yeah. but I'm very fortunate that I've got you, reminding me. But and people need that, and they need to, so I'd recommend anybody, get in touch with Bev if you want to, start moving your body and because Pilates really is such a good form of exercise for your whole body and your mind.
Yeah, and it prevents injury, doesn't it? It prevents it. So there was no need for that to happen to you last week, but it was, unfortunately, it was a horrible lesson and a wake-up call for
horrible lesson. Oh yeah, we don't want to go through that again. Anyway, that's it really.
Yeah, so it's kind of motivated you to, you're now practicing 2 6 minutes a day and doing your hour a week. So
yeah
well done.
Yeah, 100%. And and hopefully I can then get back to doing other exercise as well.
Well, you do walk your dogs every day, Ben.
Yeah, but I couldn't last week, so they were very upset. Here they are, look, they're on the bed behind me.
They are. There they are. They're so lovely. Julie's dogs are so lovely.
But no, I'm back walking again, so
yeah, you're back walking and you're back doing your daily Pilates, and all is well.
Yeah, all is well in the world. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for sharing that. Is there one takeaway tip that you'd like to give somebody today to do with their body and back and muscles?
Yeah, just take care of yourselves. Just take care, and really treat your body well, because you've only got one body. So really look after it.
Yeah, exactly, Julie. Thanks so much for coming on the podcast today.
Okay, take care.
It helps and inspires you all. Lots of love.
Bye.
So that was a really good chat with Sister Julie. That's my sister. And I generally find that with back muscle spasms, they're very unnecessary. It's not something that you have to be suffering from. It really, really isn't. But at least there is a road to recovery. So I'm so grateful, as well as Julie getting my help, and that she also saw a really good osteopath. So these things, working in conjunction can really make for a fast recovery if that does happen, So that's really important to have different correct support in place at times like this. But more than anything, just do it. Do some, do some mindfulness Pilates every day, and and then helps during the good, challenging, sad times of life. And you've got that toolbox in place then, which makes such a difference. So love to help you too if you want to go deeper on your journey. And I have to say, working on Zoom is pretty amazing. I'll always work in that way now, because it means it's just really, really getting the same or better results, which is quite amazing, really. So very, very grateful for that. So now let's enjoy your relaxation and meditation today. It's a short one, but very practical to go in with today's theme of the podcast, which is short and sweet, but hopefully powerful and deeply helpful for you. Get yourself set up now, sitting or lying down, and perhaps get a cozy blanket if you want to. Enjoy. So we're going into meditation now. Close your eyes, sitting, standing, or lying down. Breathe and relax. Well done for doing this today. And just take these moments for inner calm and peace and serenity in mind, body, and spirit. Breathing in through your nose and out through your nose, relax. This is your number 10 relaxation meditation. In through your nose, out through your nose, relax. Enjoying the calming music. Breathe and relax. And breathe and relax. Well done. Breathe and relax. Well done. In through your nose, out through your nose, relax your tummy. Happy shoulders. Breathe and relax. And breathe and relax. And breathe and relax. Very well done. Sending you lots and lots of love. So I really hope you enjoyed that little relaxation meditation. Just a very short, snappy one today, because sometimes we haven't got time. However, I think it's always worth making more time, but we just kept it for a short one for you again, because also sometimes it's about repetition, about doing the same relaxation and meditation. So this one has been on the podcast before, but I can't recommend it enough. It's so user-friendly. It takes about a minute or so, 1 to 2 minutes. Close your eyes, take 10 breaths in and out. It's as simple as that. And you can actually do it standing as well. So it can be sitting, standing, or lying down. It can be cozy at home. It can be cozy and relaxing wherever you are. And it can be also out and about. So it can be, sitting in a waiting room. It can be, you might be out somewhere beautiful in nature. You can also do it with your eyes open. I particularly like doing that when there's a full moon, or gazing at the night sky, or gazing at the clouds in the sky, or looking at the clouds out the window here now, the beautiful blue sky actually. You can gaze at a flower, you can gaze at a candle, you can gaze at a tree, you can gaze at a sunset, sunrise, or anything beautiful in nature, from the woods to the sea to your local park. There's always something beautiful to gaze at, and the sky is always a good starting point. So don't think you've got to always lie down on a mat or, wherever to do this. You really can make it as practical as you like. I even did this in the dentist chair the other week. So it really helps. You can also use it under different circumstances as well. So, and everyone's got a minute, everyone's got 2 minutes. And you can even do this in the bathroom, like go and lock the door and just go and calm down and relax. There's just multiple ways of using this. I really hope that helps you too. And if you have gone through any ache or pain, then relaxation and meditation, I believe, is essential. And make friends with it and enjoy it. So I hope you enjoyed that one this week, and look forward to seeing you next week. Lots of love. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Mindfulness Pilates podcast. Please rate and review on your podcast platform. You can access my free healing meditation and Pilates to ease back pain in 3 minutes on my website. You can also book your reduced back pain to feel good one-to-one mindfulness Pilates program on Zoom, or mindfulness Pilates membership by going to mindfulnesspilates.com.